Hi everyone, Cherie here. Today I'm going to be creating a traveller's notebook spread featuring the beautiful Amanda Kit from Felicity Jane. I've got the lights on today because it's quite rainy and overcast, so hopefully it's nice for you to watch. And there is a bit of background noise with the rain, I do apologise for that. But today with this design I'm going with some circles, as you can see here. I've used a 2-inch circle punch and I've punched out these papers here, absolutely loving these colours. I've also punched out 2 photos in the same size. My plan today is to have these going down the page here. There'll be some hand stitching. I've got my embroidery threads there, matching as best I can, ready to go. I've got some die cut shapes as well. And I'm thinking of using a couple of phrases from the Amanda stamp set too. So I think I'm ready to get started. I'll pop you on fast forward and get right into it. Okay, so first up I'm going to pierce holes around each of the circles so that I can hand stitch them. So just working my way freehand around there, just trying to be as consistent as I can. And now I'm just going to stitch each one. I'm using 3 different colours to do this, just doing a running stitch around the edge of each of those circles. I'm just using 1 strand of embroidery thread, just doubled over, and really happy with how they have turned out. Just giving you a closer look there. And now I'm going to just cut out my journaling. I've printed this out using Photoshop into a circular shape. And I'm going to use a smaller circle punch to punch that out, and you can see I had some trouble. My circle punch really does need sharpening and it was a bit of a mess, but I did manage to recover it. It sort of got stuck and didn't cut all the way through. So here it is. It's not perfect, but I'm going to run with it. It seems to fit pretty well, so that is ready to go. Now I'm going to grab my sewing machine. I'm going to stitch a border around each of those white cardstock background pages, and I'm also going to add a length of twine down the middle of each page. So just cutting those to size, and I'm going to staple those in place just using my tiny attacher there, top and bottom. So that is done, and I've trimmed off any excess as well. So now I'm just going to place my circles where I want them to go, and then I'll be able to look at sticking them down, and I will use my T-square ruler to make sure I'm sticking them in the right places and that they're even on both sides. I'm actually going to use this foam tape underneath each one, just because we have that twine running down underneath the circles. It does create a little raised section through the middle of the pieces. So just using foam tape behind them just to raise them up off the page a little bit is just what it needs. Okay, so you can see there I'm going ahead and sticking them down, starting with the middle there, using my T-square ruler to make sure they're fairly even on both sides. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do all of those. Right, so they're all now stuck into place, and I'm going to embellish. So I've got that little mustard heart going on the first photo there, and now I'm looking at what I'm putting on that other photo. So I've got that little camera chipboard bit and another little die cut heart just tucking in under the top edge there. Alright, so next up I want to stamp a couple of phrases onto these labels. I'm going to use Stays On ink because the surface is a little bit slick, and this is definitely the best ink to use for that. Alright, so I think I do a little test stamp first just to make sure it's all good. Okay, so that one says a little sunshine, looking pretty good, so I'm going to go onto that label now. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And now I've got this other stamp that says Fresh Air. Really love the font on this one as well. And that's looking pretty good, so I'll go directly onto that larger label now. I'm doing it to the left hand side as well because I want to layer a die cut over the top. You can see there. So I'm sticking that onto that mustard circle, and those lemons are getting layered on top with some foam adhesive. Alright. Alright, so on the bottom there, I did staple that vellum onto that blue circle, and I've just used a puffy sticker, I think it was from last month's kit, on the top of that. So on the pink circle above, I've got a little sunshine label that I just stamped, and I'm layering a die cut flower onto that one. So that again has some foam adhesive behind it just to add a little bit of dimension. Make a couple of adjustments there. Down that bottom floral circle, I've got this little label that was from the Harper kit, I believe, and those super cute little floral glasses as well. Alright, so I found these butterflies. These were from the Brie kit quite a while ago, and I do still have a few left, so I just thought it was exactly what that top circle needed, just on that top edge there. So I'm going to use some small glue dots to stick those ones down into place, because it's got that vellum butterfly and then a little polka dot butterfly that's being layered on top. So just add that one into the middle there. Okay, and that's looking quite pretty. So that's just about it. I do still need to add the date, and I decided to add a little mustard mini wide paper clip to that mustard circle as well. So just adding that above the label there. And I also decided to add that little die cut heart under the Today puffy sticker. I'll just tie a bow with that twine. And I do need to add the date as well, and I'm just going to put it at the bottom right hand side of that second page using my Felicity Jane roller date stamp. And now this spread is complete. So I'll give you a closer look at all the little details there. Really loving the dimension of that butterfly and really enjoying the colors of this kit as well. So there's that sunset photo at the top there with the camera, those lemons, and my journaling down the bottom there too. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I put this one together. Please let me know if you've got any questions. Just pop it down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You'll find a link down below to Felicity Jane as well. And I hope to see you again here very soon. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy your day.